Howdy and welcome back to 5MinuteGuitarLessons.com. My name is Craig Cannon and I'll be your host again today. And today's lesson is on open D tuning. Now open D tuning is different from the standard tuning in that all of the strings are tuned to notes in the D major chord. You'll notice that when you strum the strings with no fingers on the fretboard, it sounds the full major chord. So that's our D chord there. The notes instead of the standard EADGBE would be D, A, D, F sharp, A, and D, going up from 6th string to 1st. And what we're going to do now is show you how to get there, and then we'll talk a little bit about why that's useful and how that's going to help us as we progress in our guitar skills. So here we have my guitar that's tuned to standard tuning, not a major chord. You have to put fingers down to fret chords. And we're going to tune that to an open D tuning with all the strings falling on the notes of the D major chord. The first step we're going to take is we're going to take the 6th string and tune it down to a D from an E. So that's a distance of 2 half steps or 2 frets worth of distance. And it should be an octave lower than your 4th string. So we'll need to lower that a little bit. You can tell you're kind of close when you get close to a major chord sounding thing. You can check the pitch of this using a similar technique to what we discussed last time in our lesson on tuning with harmonics. You pluck your 4th string D, and then you place your finger just above the 12th fret, right above the 12th fret on your 6th string, and pluck the string strongly and let your finger off. So and then adjust it upward or downward until all the waves go away. It's pretty close. So now you'll notice that even with just that one adjustment of the 6th string, you get a pretty nice root, 5th, and root. So sounds kind of like a D major chord already. Now all we need is to add the 3 notes at the top. So the next string we'll adjust is the 3rd string. It's a G now in standard tuning, and we need to go down to an F sharp. Now the F sharp is going to be the same note that sounds on the 4th string on the 4th fret. So we need to go down a half step from 2. So we'll take that down. And since we want to approach it from the bottom, we'll go a little bit lower. And then we'll try and come up to it. So you can notice that there are a few waves. Now it's starting to sound a little bit more like a D major chord since we've added that 3rd in there, the F sharp. On the 2nd string, we'll need to bring that down from a D, or excuse me, from a B to an A. So that's another full step or 2 fret adjustment to go from 2. And you can check that by making a 12th fret harmonic on the 5th string. That's pretty close, right? I need to come up just a little bit. There we go. And then the final adjustment is taking the 1st string E and lowering it a full step to a D. And that needs to sound like the 5th fret on the 2nd string. So so we'll take that down. Still a little bit high, I think. So, in addition to checking it by the 5th fret of the 2nd string for a reference pitch, excuse me, you could also do the 12th fret harmonic on the 4th string. And there you have it, open D tuning. So, I told you I would explain a little bit about why we would do open D tuning this early in our series. A lot of guitar players never really get around to using open tunings, and until they've really advanced to the point where they need to get a different kind of tone out of their guitar, or they want to be able to have a more full open sound on certain kinds of pieces that really demand it. Our purpose is both of those things, but also to allow us to focus our next lesson on strumming on really what you do with your right hand. And we do that, open D allows us to do that really effectively by really simplifying what you do with your fretboard hand. So by making open chords, I don't have to worry about putting fingers on frets or any of that kind of stuff. Stay tuned for our next lesson on strumming, and we'll look forward to seeing you again.